My children are brought up in Cairo, Egypt.
São Paulo in Brazil.
Jerusalem, Israel.
Johannesburg.
Malmö in the south of Sweden.
Slovenia.
Haiti.
Haiti.
Basically, my child is kind of grow up in Beijing.
In Haiti, do mothers usually get maternity leave?
Oui. Yes.
In Israel, you get 15 weeks paid maternity leave.
In France, we have a total of 16 weeks.
I got 4 months. Officially in Brazil, you have 4 months of maternity leave.
The minimum is 5 months.
In Sweden, we have 480 days total.
You have to go back to work really soon because the competition is there. There's so many people in China.
I know that in the US you don't even have by law, right?
No paid maternity leave. Yeah.
So that's just so absurd.
And does your son go to daycare?
Yes, he does.
What is the daycare like?
The daycare, a big difference is the price, which encourages women to go back to work.
In other countries, they usually have like daycares and place to keep kids, and the mom can go to work and not have to worry too much about the kids. You would have to have a lot of money to be able to do something like that.
Just 10% of children under 3 years of age go to daycare because family prefers to take a turn with grandmothers, grandfathers, or babysitter. Yes, my mom helped me a lot, and this is something about being a mom in Egypt. You always will have some help from family members.
It's an advantage and disadvantage, but in Israel, it's kind of like everybody's involved in your child rearing.
So I do like this idea of the whole family looking after the woman and the baby. But the things I don't like is that because we were the generation, we only have one child in a family,
right.
And people are just so nervous because it's only grandchild, and people get really stressed. This 1 month time, you're not supposed to go out. The baby's not allowed to go out as well.
Yeah, well, in Slovenia, people are pretty much old-fashioned. They think you should not see other people for 2 or 3 months or something like that after the birth of your child.
We call it resguardo. After birth, the mother has to be, for 40 days, she can't have, sexual relations or physical activity or anything for 40 days.
There are lots of other ideas, like, for example, if I'm breastfeeding and one of the family members is coming to visit me, she shouldn't having her period. They believe that if one comes in the room having her period, something wrong would happen to the milk.
Oh, and another superstition is that if you have a craving and you don't kind of fulfill that food craving and you scratch yourself, then your child will be born with a mole or beauty mark in the shape of the food that you were craving.
Like, for instance, if you have craving for ice cream, if you don't have ice cream, your son is gonna be born looking like ice cream.
Yeah, maybe in Cairo we have the same idea as well.
Like one of my friends said, her daughter has an egg roll birthmark on her arm.
Oh wow.
1 second. You can't play with this stuff. No.
What's the hardest thing about being a mom in Egypt?
It's the responsibility.
The most difficult thing is feeding the kids and sending them to school.
I feel constantly guilty of not spending enough time with my kids.
And there was a piece in Time recently online. Are you the default parent? And yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are the default parent.
Some men have this idea like, I'm the man, I'm the supporter, I shouldn't be doing this and I shouldn't be doing that.
The common view is splitting houseworking equally and taking care of children equally. But of course, there are structures in Sweden, just as in other parts of the world, which are hard to break sometimes.
American moms sometimes say that they feel overwhelmed, like there's too much to do between work and home and kids. Yeah, I hear you laughing. Do Italian moms feel the same way? Feel like there's
of
too busy?
course.
Okay, great. And what's the most important thing for you for your son to be when he grows up?
That he's nice to people, and that he doesn't take himself seriously.
The most important thing is to be, how can I say, protected.
I would like for them to grow up and have a career so that they will be working when they're older.
I hope he's really happy. Whatever he does, if he wants to be a singer, he wants to work at McDonald's. If he's happy, that's what I'm interested in.